Jain friends, which are the different branches of the Air Force and which is the branch you would like to join? So today we're going to talk about the different branches of the Air Force and also what are their roles and responsibilities so that you can make a choice when you opt for, when you talk about the different branches in the interview, you have some knowledge as to what happens in a particular branch. So we have different branches in the Air Force. The flying branch, as you all are aware, we have the ground duties technical branch, we have the ground duties non-technical branch, and the medical and dental branches. As an officer in the Indian Air Force, sky is the limit for you. You start your career as a flying officer and can rise up to the rank of an air marshal. However, the chosen one from the flying branch can also become the chief of the air staff, that is the air chief marshal. When you talk of flying branch, the entry is through NDA, the CDS, and the FCAT, and you're flying the fighter machines. Rafale, Su-30, Mirage, MiG-29, Jaguar, Tejas, MiG-21 is just retired a couple of weeks back. The role of fighters, air superiority, and as you would have seen, during the 1971 ops, the Indian Air Force had a total air superiority over the Bangladesh airspace. And when you talk of air superiority, basically we are saying that the Indian Air Force aircraft can go unhindered, unchallenged over the enemy territory anytime. So that is what the air superiority is. Then the second role is the ground attack or deep penetration strike aircraft. Right? We have the Jaguar, we have the Su-30, Rafales, right? All these are capable of striking deep inside the enemy territory. Close air support. The Air Force is also used in support of the ground forces or the Navy as well, which is a maritime role. Electronic countermeasures to degrade the enemy sensors, to degrade the capability of enemy aerial platforms, ground-based platforms or sensors, equipment. We use electronic countermeasures, and this is one of the major roles. Whenever the strike formation goes, there is always an EW element or ECM element along with that. We also have the aerial reconnaissance and surveillance role. Then we come to the second substream of the flying branch, that is the transport stream. Transport, we have the AN-32, we have C-130J Super Hercules, C-17, the Globemaster, IL-76, IL-78 air-to-air refueler, Dornier, Embraer, Boeing 777, 777, and Boeing 737, which are used for the VVIP communication duties. And last but not the least, AWACS, Airborne Early Warning and Control Systems, and Airborne Early Warning Aircrafts. The role of transport fleet is strategic heavy lift, tactical support, special forces operations, air maintenance, air-to-air refueling, AWACS, communication duties, aid during natural calamities, and casualty evacuation. The third sub-branch of the flying branch is the helicopter stream. Now, helicopters, we do have the role as tactical lift, logistic support, air maintenance, special forces operations, attack role. We have the Apache, we have the Rudra, we have Prachand, right? So that are used in the attack role. Then one of the important role is also search and rescue, communication duties, casualty evacuation, and aid to civil power. So what is your choice of this stream? Now, you're asked a choice towards the close of the term of your pre-commissioning training, which stream would you like to join? So you can opt for either of the streams, fighter, transport, or helicopter. However, the final decision is as per the service requirement. So there are a certain number of vacancies in fighter stream, transport stream, helicopter stream, and coupled with your performance, your choice, you are allotted this. You can definitely make a choice, and that helps that much better. Next, we come to the ground duties branch. In ground duties, we have the technical branch and the non-technical branch. In the technical branch, the entry is through FCAT entry, and now you also have limited vacancies through the NDA entry. The technical branch is divided into aeronautical engineer mechanical and aeronautical engineer electronics. Now we come to the non-technical branches. Now these are weapon system branch, the administrative branch, the logistics branch, the accounts branch, the education branch, and the meteorological branch. The entry for all this is through FCAT. However, limited vacancies are available through NDA in ADAM and logistics as well. And as far the medical and dental branches are concerned, these are a tri-service thing, which is controlled by the Ministry of Defense, and they can switch roles, from Army to Air Force to Navy or vice versa. Right. But as far as the SSB is concerned, we are not talking of the medical branches, but yes, it is one of the different branches of the Air Force. An important branch is the weapon system branch. The weapon system branch is the first new operational branch of the Air Force since independence, and it has been created in the year 2022. The branch centralizes all weapon system operators, both ground-based and airborne, under a unified cadre. Training and institutional setup. A weapon system school, WSS, was inaugurated on 1st of July 2024 at Air Force Station Begumpet, Hyderabad. The school delivers specialized effect-based training aligned to modern operational requirements. Now, in case you join the weapon system branch, you could be in any of the following 4 subcategories. The first one is surface-to-surface missile operators. Now, surface-to-surface missiles, you have the Prithvi, the Agni. These are generally operated under the SFC, Strategic Forces Command. However, the manpower is drawn from all the 3 services. So as Air Force personnel, you could also be, working on missiles like Prithvi or Agni. Now, surface-to-air missiles, they include the mobile air defense systems. Then you have surface-to-air missile for assured retaliation. It is called SAMR, right? It's a short-range system repurposing Russian air-to-air missiles. Then you have the Akash, next generation, Akash NG. It's a medium-range surface-to-air missile system. Upcoming systems like Project Kusha, a long-range surface-to-air missile system. The third is the UAS and counter-UAS, or remotely piloted aircraft, which covers the entire range of the UAV system. Last but not the least is the weapon system operator in twin or multi-crew aircraft. This includes your role as a rear seat weapon system operator on platforms like Su-30. One can also be, utilized as a navigation officer, right? So these are some of the things that you can hope to get into. Now let's talk about the ADAM branch. If you're opting for administrative branch, generally you have 2 choices: to be an air traffic controller or to be a fighter controller. However, after a certain amount of service, you could be assigned duties as pure administrative duties. I have had a podcast with Air Marshal VPS Rana, who's talked about various duties or responsibilities, opportunities, etc., as an administrative officer and as a fighter controller. Likewise, I have had an interaction chat with Air Vice Marshal PR Sena, who has been an air traffic controller. And the link for all these podcasts I'll be sharing in the bio. Then we have the logistics branch. Again, logistics branch is also a very, very important branch. This is emerging as very important branch in almost all the services, be it the Air Force, the Navy, the Army, the world over, because we have seen, how the logistics, the supplies, maintaining the channels of supply, from production till the battlefield. Not only weapon systems, you have whole lot of other things like the rations, the fuel, the oil, lubricants, ammunition, etc. So all these have to move, and the continuous supply has to be ensured. In case there's a breakdown, then you need to have the supply lines, working maybe, overtime to deliver the components to make the equipment serviceable. Then we have the accounts branch. Accounts branch, an important branch, but it is the only branch for accounts. I mean, the Air Force is the only service where you have an exclusive accounts branch. Education branch is also there, is there in all the 3 services. However, in the recent Commanders Conference, the Defense Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, has hinted at creating a common education branch for all the 3 services. So let us see how things pan out when we may have common education branch for all the 3 services. And branch which is again exclusive to the Air Force is meteorology. which is for prediction of the weather. So that is all as far as the different branches are concerned. And in the link, you have this podcast explaining the role of different branches. So I'm sure these are going to be very helpful for you. एंड लाइक आई सेड नो इंटरव्यू में हम डेफिनेटली आपसे पूछते हैं कि एयरफोर्स आप ज्वाइन कर रहे हो नो विच आर द ब्रांचेस दैट यू आर ऑप्टिंग फॉर सो यू हैव टू गिव दैट चॉइस ऑफ दिस थिंग एंड आई फाउंड मेनी ऑफ द candidates they are totally unaware what role are they going to play as far as adam branch is concerned or logistics or accounts etc. So I'm sure this is going to be helpful for all of you, and you'll definitely make a better impression when you're going for the interview. So friends, I'm sure this is a very useful information that you may have for your interview, and if you find it useful, do like and share and subscribe the channel. That will do us a lot of good. Thank you very much. If you have any topics you want to learn about, write in the comment box, and I'm sure I'll try and address that in the forthcoming videos. Thank you. Jai Hind.